I love those kids. They've changed the program, and you guys can't see what I see every single day. But I'm telling you, that bunch fights. I'm proud of them. Just the effort that they gave today, and the adversity that they've had all week this week, and the effort that they gave today, and the way they compete, the way they care about each other, the way they trust us as coaches. It's been so hard to get to this point. But this team is going to get better every single week. We got a lot of season left. And I just, my hat's off to Navy. I mean, they played a phenomenal game, did what they had to do to win the game. And I'm just really, really proud of the kids and the way they fought, and pretty special effort out there today. You guys know the history of this series more than I do. But last year, and I don't want to get into it too much because I want to focus on today, but that was the most humiliating loss of my career. And this team, the way they responded this week and the way they continue to respond every week, it's what we're trying to do. I'm very proud of that group.
Okay, we'll open up the questions for Coach Houston.
Coach, is there a way, I know this is emotional, but is there a way to describe in so many words what this week has kind of been like? I'm sure it's been a trying week for y'all, and just practicing and trying to prepare for a game like this.
It has, but I'll tell you, the kids, the way they handle themselves, I mean, you're sitting there on Tuesday at the team meeting, and they come in and they pull 10 players out, and you wonder how you're going to line up and practice. And I was concerned about being able to play the game. The kids, they never flinch. They don't flinch all week. They had a great practice on Tuesday, had a great practice on Wednesday, great practice Thursday. And I'll tell you, they woke up this morning, they got to the facility, and they were confident we were going to win this football game. They were confident in our plan on both sides of the ball. They were confident in each other. They were confident in everything that we had going on. And I think that just shows the character that they have. I think it shows, just how tight-knit they are. So I'm just we couldn't have asked for them to handle everything this week any better than they did.
Coach, exception of a player or two on defense, it looked like one of the better defensive efforts East Carolina's put forth against a Navy team. Talk about their effort today and their progression overall.
Well, I thought we've been working on this, a good bit. Now, I talked about earlier in the week, we've been working on this a good bit, all throughout the summer and fall. But, you can have as good a plan as you want to, but if they don't go out there and fight the way they did, the plan ain't worth anything. That's the real key to the whole thing, is the performance of the players. They fought their guts off. Navy's good at what they do. That staff has been together forever. They made some great adjustments. They did some things that we hadn't seen, and we had to make some adjustments. And it was just a great battle out there. But it was the performance of the kids, the way they fight, their toughness, their physicality. It's what we're establishing as the way we're going to play every Saturday.
Coach, you guys get them into that 4th and 2 at the end there, and it looked like they just got it. Maybe even on the replay, it may have been a little short, but they didn't review it. Can you just talk about that series and then just getting that first down?
Well, that's it. You got to get the stop. That's when they got the ball back with 6:33 to go, and you knew you had to get a stop somewhere in there. We had to get it to a 4th down. We had to get a stop in there, and if you get it there and you get a stop, you win the game, or you have a shot to win the game. And they're the same mindset. You get enough first downs and get enough time off the clock, you don't have time to come back. So, obviously a huge play in the ball game. I thought we had the right call defensively, and just didn't quite, in inches is what it came down to.
What can you say about the way your defense kept you in this game throughout 4 quarters today?
Well, I think it's the team. I mean, it's a combination of the way we were able to run the ball offensively and the way we competed defensively. And certainly, we had some adversity early in the ball game and really responded great defensively. But our offense got us right back in the ball game there in the 4th quarter. So it's certainly a team effort. But proud of all of them.
You look at Mason, it almost seemed from our view, at least, he was more confident as a runner maybe than a passer. Is that fair? How do you just, especially his confidence level and how he was kind of out there today?
Well, I mean, I think he was confident, period. I mean, I don't disagree with you one bit. It's just, it's different in practice, and you get out there and they're throwing live bullets at you. And we all know he is an extremely talented young man, and he is going to improve with every piece of experience he gets. But you saw him on those runs. I mean, he's a grown kid now. So we just got to keep developing him. Keep working with him. He'll get better every time he goes out there.
Coach, can you talk about the play of Rajee Harris today?
I mean, 22 carries for 172 yards after a 115-yard effort last week. I made a comment to a sports writer this summer about him. Just, he's special. As good a player as he is, he's an even better person. He comes from a great family, and that kid's awesome.
Can you talk about when you anticipate you might have Ehlers and Penix back?
It'll be sometime this week. It's our medical staff. They do all the contact tracing and all that stuff, and so they'll give us our clearance dates.
Can you talk about their absence in terms of the outcome today?
It is what it is. I mean, it's what we have to deal with in 2020. It's certainly something that's out of my control. It's out of the kids' control. You hate that it happens. Our kids have done a great job with with handling protocols. It's something we got to deal with. We're going to have to deal with it again, probably.
When you look at, the 5 guys who were out today, if you can at all, how many of those were positive tests? Can you say that? Just the number of players?
We had 1 positive test. Everything else is contact tracing.
Coach, you look at this game, without Ehlers, you rely on basically 3 true freshmen in the backfield with Garcia, Harris, and Mitchell. I guess, how do you kind of manage that as a staff, and how bright is the future when you consider that aspect of things?
Well, I think number one, this experience is invaluable for them because it's a lot different out there than it is in high school. They're going to make some mistakes, but I'll tell you, they don't make as many as some freshmen do. I've been very pleased with the way they've executed, and when they do make a mistake, they're tough enough to be corrected. They don't go pout, they don't go in the tank. They're tough-minded kids, so they're able to handle coaching, and that's the reason they're going to improve. That being said, I think the future is bright next week. I mean, this is a different locker room than the one that I inherited when I got here, and it's because of those kids. The future is bright right now. We can't wait to play Tulsa. We get a chance to catch our breath this week and really work on some things we need to work on. But we're ready to go to Tulsa next week and have another shot.
Coach, can you speak more about that, about the culture change? It just seems like this is a total different team than the team we saw last year, especially on defense. What has clicked in the locker room that's really just turned it around for these guys?
Positivity, belief. You hear coaches talk about the process, but I mean, that's what it is. I mean, our kids, they believe in the way we do things, and they do things right. I mean, it's in every way we operate. You're gonna compete for what playing time you get. Nothing's gonna be given to you. You're gonna practice every day. You're gonna be on time to work out. You're gonna go to class. You're expected to perform well academically. People are gonna care about you. People are gonna worry about you. It's not perfect yet, but it's getting there, and it's getting there pretty fast. But the culmination is you get a group that believes in each other. You get a group that cares about each other. They believe in their coaches. They trust their coaches, and they go out and they fight for each other. And if they believe in you and they'll fight, you got a shot every Saturday. But it's the performance. I said it during first couple of games of the year, and I know that a lot of people were critical, but I told you how much we were improved because I see those kids every day, and I see the way they work. I see the way they compete. I see their attitudes. I mean, there's so many great examples, and just that's something that wasn't here. It was a very selfish, entitled, just soft. This bunch is not that now, I'll tell you. They are about team. They're about each other. They're going to compete. They know how to work. I'm proud of them.